And welcome back to the farm. It is late July here, and today we're headed up to the BGA here because finally I did a test on this morning, and it looks like our silage is ready to be sold. Already not ready to be sold because we're not selling it. We're going to be putting it into our BGA here. So I'm going to open this up. And yeah, straight into here, we will get this in, and then at the end of the month, we will get a nice amount of pay from the electricity board, presuming we can get this empty. But this should generate a nice amount of income for us. So there we go, pulling off the cover. Yeah, this is ready. Perfect. So we've got a fairly large bucket on the front of our JCB here. And it's a nice high dump bucket as well. So we should be okay with this. Hopefully, we'll get this done fairly quickly. And this is going to bring us in a load of income for the farm for the foreseeable. I'm actually quite happy that this has happened before the end of July. We're going to be able to get this in now and make some money from it now, and actually is going in before our before harvest and everything kicks off. So I've had a few local farmers now, yeah, really showing interest in me doing some carting with my JCB, and in return, hopefully we'll be able to get a combine onto the farm here to help us as well, and that will yeah, that should bring us in some money, and do some stuff. We're also looking at trying to get some cows off of this. Now this is going to be presenting us with a nice amount of cash for us to go into the latter half of this year with, and really let us get the farm set up. It was one of the things that you know, really interested me on this farm, was the fact that the BGA is a few years old. You can see some of the age on it, but it has had in the past a good income for the farm every year, and now, of course, with it's doing quite well. It was one of the reasons why the farm was the price it was, is because although it came with next to no fields, it did come with this BGA. So yeah, we're able to do this, and the fact that we've not got a huge number of fields isn't a problem for us. We get enough grass off our grass fields to do stuff with the BGA here, and creates enough silage to actually make some cash. Or scraping along the bottom because I want to get the stuff at the front. And yeah, we're going to be we're going to make a decent amount of cash off of this year, hopefully to fund the rest of the year. We've got a large amount of stuff in here. We've already put what do we got? Yeah, we've got 4,000 in there. I think this is like our 6th or 7th bucket so far. So yeah, it should go quite well for us. And by the end of today, I think I should have this all loaded up, and we can see how much money we're going to make. I've headed back down to the farm because I think I can save myself a little bit of time and effort. Now, my plan was to come and get the fast track, but we've been spraying herbicide with this, and we've still got the sprayer on the back. So it looks like we're going to have to get the Massey 1250 out and use this today. So let's start her up. She's running nicely, and it's useful to have a second little tractor around the farm. And what we're going to hook this up to is this, our little Marston trailer, because we have still got about 239,000 litres of silage to deal with today. So what I want to do is hook this up. We'll take the cover off as well. Yeah, then we can take this up to the BGA, and this little tractor actually really useful piece of equipment as far as our BGA is concerned. Looks a little bit odd having this trailer on the back of here, but we're only using it to sort of go back and forth around the side of the BGA, and actually it might be easier to move stuff about with this. I do like it. I mean, this is quite a neat little old Massey. Got a lot of hours on it though. It obviously had served its purpose. We've been doing a little bit of work on it. After sort of getting it working in the first place, we stripped it down a bit and had a run about with it and tried to see if we could get it working better. Changed a few little bits and pieces, and it's now running really nicely, and should be doing jobs around the farm fairly well. Just little bits like this that we when our JCB is tied up, and it would just take way too long right now to switch the wheels on the JCB, get the sprayer off just for this job. We have finished doing the herbicide, but the sprayer basically it needs to come off, and the wheels need to do that, but I'm not going to do that today because it will stop me doing this job, and I'd rather get this job done, and then when I've got a little bit of downtime I can sort the JCB out. This though, what a wonderful way to reverse. So clear and so easy. Actually, reason why I like the JCB as well, because that is just as clear and as easy to do, although obviously doesn't have this middle turning section. There we go. That is in the perfect position. So now I'll fill that trailer up and just take it around the other side and tip it, and it'll mean I probably use less fuel doing it that way, because yeah, I'm traveling. This would take somewhere in the region of 75 to 100 trips each time around the BGA to do that. Whereas doing it this way, I just come over here and fill up the trailer, and after about I think it's about 5-6 loads from the bucket, we should be in a fairly good position. I think this takes 15,000 litres if I remember correctly. So yeah, about 6 loads of this bucket, and cuts the number of journeys we make around the other side down by a factor of 6, and therefore takes us a lot less time, hopefully overall, to get this job done. We're about 25% of the way through this at the moment. We're not doing too badly. The going rate at the moment for the power generated from this silage is about it works out to roughly about £270 per 1,000 litres of silage, and we've got just under 300,000 here that we started with. So we're looking at about a £75,000 payout from this, which is going to be more than enough to get us set up with our cows. The one thing the one thing that I am kind of going, oh, maybe I need to do that, is to hold back a little bit for the cows themselves. But to be honest, we're going to have a hay cut in the not too distant future, sort of our summer hay cut, and that should, with any luck, produce us enough hay to feed the cows a good long while going into the autumn. And then in the autumn we're going to be doing another cut of grass for silage again, to give us the autumn income from this as well. So we're trying to do 3 cuts a year here on the farm, keep things ticking over nicely, keep the money coming in, keep our animals fed. So hopefully that will all be good. What I might do is, when we get up to the last trailer full here, just hold that back. It would be 14,000 litres of silage. We're not going to get a huge number of cows, so yeah, it's going to be, it should be enough, 14,000 litres of silage to at least get us started with our cows. And we can always buy some more bales in if I absolutely have to, and I wouldn't buy silage bales in because they are expensive. Oh, doors around the other side. We would instead be buying in some hay bales to feed the cows when we get to that point. So yeah, it should all be good, but all of this should mean that we'll have the cows before the end of August. which will be great. I mean, that's a good 6 months ahead of spring. So yeah, with any luck, we'll be producing some milk in about 6 months' time, if we're lucky. If not, it will take a year, and we won't be making much money off the cows until August next year, which yeah, is a long time to look after them and not really be producing much in the way of income from them. We're about halfway through unloading the bunker now. It's there's about 10 more loads of this trailer to go. Well, just over, because we're partly full on this trailer at the moment, and yeah, it's going well. We're spending a lot less journeys than we would with this, and it's taking us less time. This is a quicker way of doing this, so that is good. Still going through my head exactly what we got, what I've got to do over the next few months. The farm is in good place. I am very pleased with where we've come at the first. What are we? Yeah, we're 5 months into this now. We started in March, and it's now July. So yeah, 5 months in, and yeah, the farm is thriving. We're in a good place. We started to get some eggs. The chickens are laying, which is good news, and so those have started to produce. And hopefully we're going to have some chicks soon as well, with the roosters we got last time. Yeah, this JCB's performing well. Our tractor's performing well. As I was saying earlier, we've got rid of all the weeds. I mean, can we just... I don't know if I can... Up the hedge. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, look at this. The weeds in our field are all dying out, which is great news. Oh, this hedge... I can jump over it in some places. I can't jump over it in others. But yeah, so the weeds are clear from the fields, and the fields are as fertilized as we can at the moment. It's a little bit imprecise at the moment. I have been speaking, as I said previously, with the agronomist, and we are coming up with a plan come sort of the autumn. There's a piece of kit I can get that will allow me to take some soil samples, and we can see exactly what the makeup of the fields are. We have a rough idea. Towards the river, we've got quite a bit of silty clay, and it gets better towards the farm. But it would be really good for us to actually know the complete makeup of our fields, and then we can tailor our fertilizer and our lime and everything to that. We haven't spread any lime on it this year because we have no idea exactly how much was needed, and we needed to get the farm moving. So yeah, we've not done any lime spreading. I don't know if the previous farm did last year after harvest, but certainly yeah, we haven't spread any lime this year. So that's going to affect our overall yield, and we're probably going to have a slightly lower yield because we've been a little bit imprecise in our spreading of the fertilizer this year. So get that up. Is that coming back down? That's coming back down. Perfect. And bring this around here. Try not to catch it on the oh, that was close. Not catch it on the tires at the back, and yeah, this actually is slightly better than the JCB. This is a little bit more maneuverable in such a small space. I can see why this was a tractor they had up at this BGA. It's very useful for around here. So yeah, I'm quite glad that they left it for us, and we were able to get it up and running. Even if it is looking a little bit scratched and a little bit worse for wear, it is still a very, very useful piece of kit, that Massey. Right, I need to get the rest of this loaded up. We've got, yeah, about 140,000 litres still to go. And should get it done by the end of this day, I think. Been a long day, lots of back and forth, but we're coming very close to the end now. You can see, as I move out of the way there, just a little bit left down by the wall. This is going to be our last trailer load, so we're going to take this up to the farm, and we're going to keep this silage there. We've only got a couple more buckets to fill this trailer up. And then the last few bits, I think there's about 5,000-ish litres that we have that needs to then go into straight into the BGA using the telehandler here. So that will, yeah, that's going to bring us in a pretty packet overnight tonight. Will get us going. Will keep us going for a while. And yeah, hopefully we'll be all good. Right, that is our trailer full. So just a couple more buckets full here that should finish this off. There we go. And yeah, we've got a little bit in the middle of the floor there as well. Bursting this out, this only goes 6 miles an hour forwards and 12 miles, sorry, 6 miles an hour backwards and 12 miles an hour forwards, and is not the fastest piece of kit in the world, but does us pretty well on the farm. We're going to leave this up here tonight, so that, well, mainly because I just want to get the Massey back. I can walk up here in the morning and grab it. The only problem with it being just me on the farm really is that for me to be using 2 pieces of equipment like this, I end up having to walk around a little bit to sort of pick stuff up. But it's not the end of the world. Get a good amount of exercise doing that on the farm, and because it's not a huge farm, it's not a huge problem. Another reason for yeah, getting help with the harvest obviously is if I've got a combine and a tractor, it gets a little bit fun when you have to transport stuff around. Either that or you have to hire somebody, and I'd rather be hired than have to expend money hiring somebody. And yeah, a lot of farmers these days tend to sort of group together and to get stuff done. Helps cut down on everybody's costs as a result. Right, bring this around. And there we go. Perfect. And then I think we just got one more load. One more bucket. And this should all be finished. And finally, a massive cash injection for the farm. Just bringing us up to being able to move on to the next stage, which is exactly what we've been looking for. There we go. That's got that bit, and then we've just got this pile at the end here. This might be more than we have in our bucket. It may be 2 more runs. There we go. That's a full bucket. Oh, it's a tiny little bit to clean up at the back of this. But if we don't clean this out, it's going to cause us problems next time. So we just finish that off. It's a small bit to complete it. And round and in. There we go. All done there. And one last little bit of silage. And then we can park this up and we can take the Massey back to the farm and find ourselves a good place to tip this. That means it's going to be useful for us. There we go, yeah. 254 litres. And round. And perfect. All done. Let's tip this in, close up our silage manta. There we are. Right. As I said, we're going to leave all of this over here. Like so. Turn that off. And then we're going to go and take the Massey and get back to the farm. But this, being a completed day, is the perfect place for me to end this. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.